So oh, my day's been pretty I mean, what time is it? It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Been pretty busy so far, to be fair. I decided like I was wide awake at 5. I don't know what the hell that was all about. But yeah, I woke up like super early, let Tilly out, and my phone I realized was on like 3%. And we actually put on like the rain sounds like when we go to sleep. Because I literally now I can't sleep without it. To begin with, I was living in like Cardiff and Shrewsbury, and there were always houses like right on the street, which as you can imagine, it was like super, super loud. So I started like introducing these like rain sounds. Like there's like this playlist on Spotify that's like my go-to. But the problem is that like now I'm used to it, and it helps me to sleep. So I have that on like quite quiet to be fair, but we're in this lovely area now where it's like not noisy at all, bar the neighbours from time to time. But yeah, so I sleep with that. So my phone was like on 3% or something crazy. So it's actually not a bad thing that I woke up to be fair. Otherwise, my alarm wouldn't have gone off. And I've got such a busy day today. Obviously, I said that I was going to like take you guys with me. So you will have seen that so far, like I say, aside from like waking up crazy early, I did manage to get back to sleep for a bit. Um, I went to the gym, did my training session. I also did some work at the same time. So I always do like 10 minutes walking on the treadmill, just to kind of like move my body, warm warm my body up, like essentially. And at the same time, I cleared all the messages that I had in my Instagram, all my client messages as well. So I was replying to like all my clients from last night. And then yeah, did my training session. There's a meeting I have on a Wednesday normally at 4 o'clock. And my coach has actually been away on holiday, which I'm so jealous about. So he actually changed the time to 8 o'clock this morning. Kind of had it in my head, but then forgot a little bit. So I managed to get my training session done like for like 10 to 8. And then I was like, oh, I might as well like get some more steps in. So I went back on the treadmill and he started the meeting, and it's one where we kind of like discuss like challenges and any questions that we have. And it's really nice to have that one-to-one conversation of like actually talking to him. This is like 10 to 8, started at 8 o'clock. So I listened to a few of like the other coaches talk about like what they're dealing with at the moment. And then I was so worried about my signal. It was like my time to talk. It was like my opportunity, my chance to speak to him. And I was so worried about the signal, and it wasn't raining. So I ended up like muting myself, like running outside, because obviously like the noise in the gym and the music and everything. I took myself outside into the car park and literally just sat like right next to my car on the floor, just because I was so worried about the signal. Um, Said what I needed to, again, continued like listening and stuff, drove home. Obviously, I'd finished talking at this point, so it was just playing like I was listening to like a podcast or something. Um, Got in. I still haven't had my brekkie yet, like absolutely starving. But I've come back and done like a little obviously had a shower, done some bits and bobs on my laptop. And today is actually Friday, so it's check-in day for my clients. And oh God, I honestly love Fridays. They're crazy busy. Crazy. I feel like every day is, to be fair, but Fridays in particular and Mondays, but Fridays are really busy because it's check-in day for my clients. So they check in for me, like do the form, their pictures, their weight, their measurements, and then I go through everything, read through all of the details they've given me, and like the more information, the better. I always say that to them. And then I basically, I'm just gonna like move the mirror so I can do my makeup. Um, yeah, they obviously do their check-in for me. And then I do the feedback. And actually, I've been getting into like this really lovely habit of on a Friday going to a cafe. So I usually have my breakfast a little later. So like I'm gonna probably have it around 10, 10:30 today. Um, just basically so I'm like fuller for longer. I've got like a smaller window of food essentially, because obviously like I'm trying to lose fat at the moment as well. And if I ate like before the gym this morning, which would have been fine, I'd be hungry again getting home. Anyway, so I've got into this really lovely habit of going to like a cafe, working in there for a few hours and getting my check-ins done. So I really love doing that. So like obviously you've seen what I've been up to this morning. So now I'm just putting like just a little bit of makeup on. Obviously because I'm like leaving the house. Like honestly, like I do not wear much makeup at all, like hardly ever. Like this morning, as you can see, I've literally just put a little bit of concealer on, basically a tiny bit of blusher, and then I just do my eyelashes and eyebrows, and then that's literally it. So it's not going to take me long at all, because obviously I'm so busy. I don't want it to take like unnecessary time out of my day anyway. So just going to do some makeup, go down and have my brekkie. And then there's this new cafe that I found. And so I'm going to go and work in there for a few hours. So that'll be really lovely. And I've set myself like a goal that like I am not leaving that cafe until I do all my check-ins. So I'm going to go there, do my check-ins. If obviously like I'm loving it there and I'm not like starving, then I'll probably take a protein bar, to be honest, actually, to have with my cup of tea that I'm going to buy. And then I'm going to come home, grab some lunch, take Tilly for a walk, because obviously I've not taken her yet because I've been to the gym. So I'm going to take Tilly for a walk, and then I'm going to do like another like batch part of work basically before the evening. So like I say, I love a Friday. I've actually got a couple of just quick 10-minute calls later on today, but no more meetings. So that is essentially what I've been doing so far and what I've got planned. Okay, so I'm ready to go. I've put just like a little bit of makeup on because obviously I'm vlogging today. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the cafe now for a few hours. I love, by the way, that I can like start wearing like my teddy jumper again, and I feel like autumn is like proper upon us now. I took Tilly for a walk yesterday, and for the first time I was like, oh, it's a bit like breezy, but I'm not complaining. Like I don't feel like we got much of like a summer like sun as such, but it was definitely like really humid and uncomfortable, to be honest. Like I don't like it when it's like really close and hot. Like had to sleep with the fan on like a few times. It's just not ideal. So I am feeling the look today. Yeah, really looking forward to kind of, you know, like candles and Harry Potter and just getting all coached up with a cup of tea or a hot chocolate. Like I'm ready for that. I actually want to go out this weekend and buy some kind of like little like autumny kind of like decorations for the living room. My sister, she bought, I think it was from like the Range, I'm not sure, I think it's like £20 or something like that, but she bought this kind of, not wreath, I don't know what you'd call it, but like a pumpkin-y, leafy, really cute thing for her fire. I don't have like a fireplace, so I'll have to kind of like rethink like where it's going to go, but like maybe on like the table or something like that. But anyway, that's obviously like, that's for another day. I'll probably do that this weekend at some point. But yeah, I'm here for the weather, and let's go to the cafe. Guys, I take it back about the autumn weather. It's boiling. It's so hot. I've literally been sat, I did like obviously just show you, but I've been sat in the sun pretty much for like a good couple of hours. I'm also in black, like I'm absolutely boiling. But I got to the cafe around 11 o'clock and it's now 2:30, so I've done like a solid what's that, 3.5 hours. I wanted to take Tilly for a walk as soon as I got home. It's going to be too hot for her. It's going to be way too hot for her. So instead, I'm going to have some lunch, just kind of like have a little bit of like a rest. When I'm having my lunch, like don't go on my phone, and just be mindful that I'm like taking some time away from my phone, because it's easy to just continue working. So have an actual break if I can for like half an hour. God, I have to open the window. Yeah, have a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to do another block of work, try and get as much done as I need to today. It's literally 26.5 degrees apparently in the car. Anyway, so I'm going to do a block of work, and then once it's like cooled down and stuff, then I'm going to take Tilly for a walk. At the moment I've got like a step goal of like 8 to 10,000. I've already done like 6,500, but it's not about like, oh, I need to hit that goal. Like, I actually really love a walk. I obviously got some steps in just from like moving about, and in the gym this morning I did like 25 minutes on the treadmill, 15, and then I did 20. That's 35 minutes. It's 35 minutes. But yeah, I know, I just love a walk. It's so nice, like where we live now. There's like a gorgeous like lake walk that I do, and like cornfield walk that I do. Like, I found some more routes now because I've made a friend who's been showing me like all these different routes. So yeah, gonna take her later once it's cooled down. It's just nice to just move the body, get outside, get some fresh air. There are so many benefits to going for walks and being outside. So that's the plan. So I'm going to show you what I make for my lunch when I get in. Hey, oh, hello. Hi. Hey guys, so I've just got in, and I always feel like really weird filming when my partner's in the house. He says that not to worry, but he's currently in the living room, and we don't actually have a door on the kitchen. We've got no kitchen door. It was like that when we moved in, and actually like it didn't make sense anyway, because it was coming like into the room, if you see what I mean, like literally where the fridge is. Anyway, I just got in, so I thought I'd talk you through what I'm having for lunch. Now, I don't normally have a sweet lunch, to be honest, but it's like 3 o'clock now, and I'm absolutely starving. So I've just made up my porridge. So obviously got some oats, water, microwave that. I'm making protein porridge because it's my absolute favourite. And then normally, like, my go-to is actually the cereal milk. Impact whey protein from my protein. But actually, I ordered like a Fit Pro whey protein, the French vanilla from Women's Best, and it is really, really nice. They had a sale on, and I got these leggings and a sports bra to match, which I wore this morning in the gym. Obviously I've showered and things since then, but I just want to show you, or tell you rather, like my like hack to making like the best protein porridge. So when mine came out, they're obviously like a little bit like solid, so you just add like a little bit of water at a time until you get like obviously like a porridge. That didn't look great, but like a porridge kind of consistency. Leave it for a couple of minutes to cool down, because otherwise what happens is when you put the protein powder in, it goes like grainy and stuff, and that's because it's burnt, because you've not left this, like you've not given it enough time to cool down. Anyway, so now that I've given it those couple of minutes, I'm going to add a scoop of the protein powder. I'm trying to make this one last because it says 17 servings. Like I say, I only got it because it was on offer, but I really like it, so I might have to go to like Women's Best in the future if it's not too expensive. I really like that it comes in like a tub as well. But whilst I'm mixing this in, actually, I can fill you in with my order that came this morning. Even though I bought a couple of things from Women's Best the other day, including that whey protein that I've just shown you, and this came with it, like for free, amino and energy. So it says like muscle support and energy, like anytime and everywhere. So obviously, like, I've had a look at the ingredients and stuff, and it looks good to me. I'm not going to be taking it like every single day because I just don't need to. It's really good for like if you're like a vegetarian, but I'm not, I'm a meat eater. But it actually, I feel like it's giving me like a boost actually in my workouts. But what I have ordered, and this is what I'm coming on to, is I did do another MyProtein order just because there was this like massive sale on, and I've actually got some in the cupboard that I do not like. It's like really thick and pasty, and I just feel like I'm eating clay or something. So what I'm going to do this weekend is I'm going to get rid of all the protein powders that I literally do not use and do not eat, and then literally just have in what I want and what I want to like bake with or cook with or just eat or whatever. So obviously I got another cereal milk because that is my favourite. I also got some vitamins because I was running out of those. So I take a vitamin D gummy and a multivitamin gummy every morning, along with my magnesium capsule. Because of my conditions, I have to take a couple of other things at the same time. So just so I remember, I just take them all together. And I'm going to start incorporating creatine into my diet as well. I can't believe it's taken me so long, to be honest, not like to not have it. It's literally the supplement that's been like most researched, and it's got so many benefits. So I'm going to start taking that. So what I'm going to do actually, because I haven't had any yet, I've literally come back to that order, I'm going to add 5 grams, which I think is a scoop. Like, the scoop's always like hidden in, I swear, like it always happens. But I've got like a thing on the scales anyway, so I just want to see if a scoop is like 5 grams. Pretty much. Mix that into my protein porridge. It's unflavoured. Yeah, I can't taste it. Just going to add a load of strawberries. I'm just picking out like the fresh ones. Add a little bit of granola. The best thing that exists. I'm feeling Biscoff today, so I'm going to add some Biscoff. I went for a walk with Tilly this morning, and I just kind of like just smile so bright every day and night. Life's a beach inside. Oh yes, colors all around. Oh, every day and night. Life's a beach inside. Oh yes, colors all around. Oh, skies are perfect blue. Oh wow, joy in every sound. Hey guys, so I'm just making my tea. I've decided that I'm going to make like a breakfast wrap. Like, I swear my meals have been all over the place today because obviously, like, I know I had my breakfast, but then I had like oats for lunch, and now I'm having a breakfast wrap for tea. But it's really, really nice, easy to make and fill in. So when I was on my walk, I actually got my boyfriend just to cook the sausages in the air fryer for me. So it's literally just as simple as like throwing it together. So let me show you how I make it. So it's pretty much ready now, guys. I've just pinged the wrap in the microwave for 20 seconds because it just makes it so much easier to fold. So going in with my bacon. I've cut my sausages into half just because it just makes it a little bit easier, like when they're flatter. I love my eggs runny, like I love a runny egg. However, with this kind of wrap, I don't want it to be like super runny because I don't want to like bite into it and like yolk go all over the place basically. So I've kind of like cooked my egg so it's like runny-ish. And that's it. You can like literally like fold it and eat it like that, but I'm actually going to put mine in the air fryer just for a couple of minutes on like a high-ish setting, just because then the wrap goes like really nice and crispy. So trick is with the wrap is if you go in the sides first, you can then just like fold it over like that. So got my wrap I'm going to put it in the air fryer. You can enjoy it just as it is. I'm a ketchup gal, so I'm going to enjoy mine with my ketchup. So I've got a little bit more work to do now, but I'm going to try and have like 20 minutes of just like eating my food, watching a bit of something on telly probably with my partner. And then what I'm going to do is just do like a little bit more work, and just a little bit. I just want to kind of like reply to all of my clients, make sure they're all happy and good going into the weekend, and then I'll probably finish. I really want to finish my book tonight, and then all the other stuff like bits and bobs that I didn't get done, like I can just do in the morning then. But the most important thing is obviously that I get back to my clients, which I will do, and then yeah, might watch a little bit of something more, but probably like go to bed, get a decent night and read my book. If you were here for the previous YouTube, and you'll know that I'm actually going to see uni friends this weekend, so I'm actually traveling for 2 hours tomorrow. So I'm gonna end this here. Before I actually end this episode, I'm gonna just show you what my breakfast wrap looks like. Oh guys, it looks so good. So I'm just going to cut it in half. Oh my god, can you hear that? It's the most beautiful sound. This is what it looks like. Oh my god, it looks so good. Hey guys, I completely forgot to round up the vlog yesterday. So at the moment, I'm just in the car on the way to the gym. So last night, all that happened really was I sat down and had my tea. And then we watched a bit of MasterChef because I'm obsessed with it. So watched a bit of MasterChef. I like replied to my clients like I said I would, did a bit more work, and then the plan was to go to bed and to read in bed. But honestly, I was so tired. Like yesterday, as you saw, was like really busy. Not just with work, but I woke up at like 5 in the morning. I did get back to sleep till 6, but like I trained. I went for like a long walk with Tilly. I obviously like did a lot of work, and it was just kind of like full on. This morning it's only 8 o'clock and I'm on the way to the gym, and I know it's a Saturday, but I woke up at like 7. My partner was like still asleep in bed, so I thought, you know what, like I'm wide awake. I would rather go and get my training session done and then be able to like get home, chill with him a bit and have some like brekkie and stuff before I go to my friends later. It doesn't feel like a chore. Like I've been enjoying it so much recently that this morning like I wanted to come out and get it done. Like I could have been like, oh, you know what, like I'm going to my friends today, like I'm already having to drive like a few hours, it's probably going to make me more tired. But these are the days that you need to show up. On the days that you kind of like, maybe not in this case because like I wanted to come today, but on the days where you like don't really feel asked, or you're like really tired and you've got something planned like I have today, like those are the days that you need to show up for yourself, because that is how you make the progress. Like this whole like, oh, I'm not feeling motivated, like motivated is like a fleeting feeling. Like nobody is motivated all of the time, but it's about being disciplined and showing up for yourself even on those days where you don't feel like it. I'm gonna end the vlog here. I'm gonna go and get my training done, and then I'll be going to see my friends later, like I say, just outside of London. So wish me luck on the drive. To be fair, I'm a really good and confident driver, and it's not in London, which is good because I've never driven into London before. I don't think I would want to, just because everyone's so angry and in a rush all the time. But anyway, thank you so much for being here again. I hope you've enjoyed this one and seeing just spending the day with me. It's just giving you like an idea of like what my Friday's like. So if you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like and the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.